Good afternoon. Today's topic is zygoma, zygomatic bone or the cheekbone. This is the zygomatic bone or the cheekbone. It is called cheekbone because it is forming the prominence of the cheek. It is also known as malar bone because in Latin the cheek is called malar. So it is also known as malar bone. So this is a zygomatic bone or cheekbone or the malar bone. Now coming to the parts of zygomatic bone has got three parts. It has got a body and it has got two processes. Okay, this is the body and these are the two processes of zygomatic bone. Now I will show you the individual bone. So this is how the zygomatic bone is. Okay, and as you can see here, it has got a body. This is the body and it has got two processes. This is the frontal process and this is the temporal process. So it has got three parts. It has got a body and two processes, frontal process and temporal process. Again, this is the body, this is the frontal process and this is the temporal process. Now coming to the body has got three surfaces. This is the orbital surface, this is the lateral surface and this is the temporal surface. Now again I will show you it in the skull. This is the orbital surface because it is forming a part of orbit. This is the lateral surface because it is lateral. This is the lateral surface and this is the temporal surface because this is the temporal fossa, right? This is the temporal fossa and it is forming the anterior boundary of temporal fossa. So this is the temporal surface. So you have the orbital surface, lateral surface and temporal surface. Okay, this is the temporal surface. Now coming to each surface, first of all about the orbital surface. Now orbital surface, as we can see here, it is forming a part of the lateral wall and floor of orbit, and this orbital surface has got a foramen. This foramen here, that is the zygomatico-orbital foramen which transmits the zygomatic nerve. So orbital surface has got a foramen. That foramen is the zygomatico-orbital foramen and it transmits zygomatic nerve. Now coming to the lateral surface, this is the lateral surface. It is subcutaneous and in the lateral surface has also got a foramen. That is here. Okay, this is that foramen. That is the zygomatico-facial foramen. In the orbital surface you have zygomatico-orbital foramen. In the lateral surface you have another foramen, that is zygomatico-facial foramen. Through the zygomatico-facial foramen, the zygomatico-facial nerve comes out. Once more, this is the zygomatico-orbital foramen in orbital surface through which zygomatic nerve is transmitted. This is the zygomatico-facial foramen through which the zygomatico-facial nerve comes out. Then coming to the temporal surface, as I have shown you earlier, this is the temporal surface, right? This is the temporal surface and it forms the part of anterior wall of temporal fossa. Now in the temporal surface also there is a foramen. That is a zygomatico-temporal foramen. Here you can see the zygomatico-temporal foramen. In the temporal surface, it transmits the zygomatico-temporal nerve. So, once more, orbital surface with the zygomatico-orbital foramen, lateral surface with the zygomatico-facial foramen, and the temporal surface with the zygomatico-temporal foramen. Okay. Now, coming to the processes, I have told you, zygoma has got two processes. It has got a frontal process and a temporal process. So this is the frontal process. It is a thick upward projection. It is articulating with the zygomatic process of the frontal bone. This is the frontal bone and this is the zygomatic process of frontal bone. The frontal process of zygomatic bone is articulating with the zygomatic process of frontal bone. Now an important thing is in its orbital surface. In the orbital surface of this frontal process, this is the zygomatico frontal suture, right? So in this frontozygomatic suture is here. 1 centimeter below the frontozygomatic suture you have got a tubercle. There is a tubercle here. That tubercle is known as Vignal's tubercle. I repeat, this is the frontozygomatic suture, and you can see it here. This is the frontozygomatic suture line. 1 centimeter below that, you have got a tubercle here. That tubercle is Wittnall's tubercle, and that's very important when you do maxillectomy. So please remember that. We will learn about maxillectomy in your clinical postings, and during that time, Wittnall's tubercle is very important. Okay. Then the next process is the temporal process. This is the temporal process. It extends backwards and joins the zygomatic process of temporal bone to form the zygomatic arch. Okay, this is the temporal bone. This is the zygomatic process of temporal bone. The temporal process of zygomatic bone and zygomatic process of temporal bone together will form the zygomatic arch. Now the clinical correlation is that the strong frontal process, this is the frontal process, the strong frontal process will act as a line of buttress for dispersion of force of impact to the frontal bone during mastication by the molar and premolar teeth. Okay, thank you.